Hey, welcome to this Field of Glory 2 gameplay video. If you love Field of Glory 2, then don't miss a minute of what's coming up. Hey, welcome. It's time to play some Field of Glory 2 multiplayer. Today we're starting a game with one of the subscribers to my channel. His name is Sylard, and we've spent a lot of time together in different premieres. He's a really nice guy, and he's trying to learn Field of Glory 2. So I have set up a game between the two of us, a Roman Civil War, two early Imperial Roman armies on what I hope is some reasonably even ground, so that we've got a even Steven match, and we can learn something, and he can see in a more manageable game how this thing works. So what do you say? Go ahead and get a look. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Look at that patch of nasty ground right in the middle here, and another patch of nasty ground there, and another patch of nasty ground right there. Well, other than that though, this is a really pretty battlefield. Okay, well, I'm going to do like I normally do. I'm going to select my army and get it set up. Then I'll be back in just one moment. Well, okay, here we are. I didn't do anything weird. In fact, I've got a just about perfectly symmetrical deployment. Legionnaires in two lines. Auxilia, there's a patch of nasty ground here. I didn't see this before, but this is really actually pretty ugly over here with the marsh and everything. I'm going to have to watch that. In fact, I have to kind of think that this is going to go kind of in that direction. Might be better with more auxilia over here, but I'm going to leave it alone. Cavalry deployed evenly on each side with auxilia archers nearby. So we've got cavalry auxilia teams. You got light cav, some lancers, and the veteran Roman cavalry with the CNC. Subgeneral there. You see how the commands are broken out. Somewhat tempted to change that, but I don't think I will. Actually, the AI did an okay job with commands. So there, looks pretty good. Now, I'm not sure whether we'll see his army or not, so we're going to push the button and find out. But just before we do, hey, if you haven't subscribed, why not? Please consider subscribing if you're enjoying this. Hit that bell notification so you'll know when I post another video. Like and share, and most especially, let me know what you think. Leave me a comment. All right, let's get rid of that tool. And let's see whether I get to see his setup or not. Nope, that's it. So we're just going to upload this to the server and be done with it. Stick around. I'll be back in just a moment with the first turn. Okay, let's get in here and see what my good friend Sylard has in store for us. Wow, he's decided he really wants to play the cavalry game. Look at that. All right, let's see. Well, cool. He's got heavy artillery, which means I'm going to be perfectly happy to freaking ignore advancing. I don't care. We just won't go play over there. All right, we got this big patch of rough ground right here. He's making a strong move with cavalry that's going to be challenging to deal with unless he comes over unsupported. We're not advancing for sure because we don't want to get anywhere near that. And I don't know what the range on that guy is, but I think we're probably out of it as we stand. Light cav coming this way, apparently unsupported. That's not too concerning. All right. Well, then we need to get this Auxilia and the Auxilia Sagittorum into this rough. We need to react with our reserve in this direction. I didn't see him advance his line at all. So we just need to be concerned about our flank here for right now. Okay, well. We'll just see if we can pull off the kind of coordination between Auxilia and cavalry that I used back in my miniatures days. I don't know. This game isn't a perfect analog. We shall see. I need to swallow coffee, though. Even at room temperature. Damn, that's good. All right. These guys ride off in that direction. Where are his light troops? Did he bring any lights at all? If he did, he's got them hidden. There's Auxilia Sagittorum. I ought to be able to say this. I did have Latin a million years ago. Sagitta Riorum. That's it. Sagitta Riorum. A bunch of archers over here. A bunch of Auxilia over here. A bunch of Auxilia. Mediocre. Blah, blah, blah. All right. These guys have got to get sheltered. And that rough ground, let's make sure we can see where it is. There's two little patches of it. For right now, we'll move them that way. I think the light cavalry needs to swing out to the far right. And I want to move my heavy infantry line. Yes, I do. And I think it's going to... The problem with it is I've got commands made up in a way that are awkward, so it's just not going to... I can't do a group move. I might be able to do a group move once I get everybody else rolling, though, huh? These guys can either move out to there, or they can just fall back and join up on these guys. So basically, we're going to refuse our right. We're going to shift the line to the left to deal with this. If he comes forward, great. We'll take him on. We're not going to go anywhere near that heavy artillery, which hopefully will make it a complete waste of points. If I was going to bring artillery in this fight, it would have been lights. I think because they can move. We're going to have equivalent cavalry when it's all said and done. I think. The lights are going to want to shift that way also to help support us against the cavalry he's bringing around to the flank. Right. Now this is going to be a mess because these guys are going to have to turn, and that's going to eat up all their move. But that's okay. The whole point of this balanced deployment is to give us the flexibility to deal with whatever happened. This auxilia over here probably needs to stick around. They're going to end up... I got rough ground all the way over here, so fine. Heck, I could have gone ahead and just moved those guys the way I planned, but except for these guys who I want to turn this way, and these guys are going to be difficult to maneuver. They could just fall back, but then I'll be turning forever. And these guys need to stay in close where they could be supported by this auxilia and the auxilia secatorum when these guys show up, if they show up. Oh, wait. What did I click? Oh, it's this guy. I was like, why can he do that? Oh, it's because I'm clicking the wrong thing. We'll leave the light cavalry over here, but they're going to tuck themselves in closely to this auxilia. And the lights. I don't see him with any lights, and I guess that is an option, if I remember right from the list, that you don't have to have. I don't know how far back. If I go there, he can't descend upon me too quickly. All right, well, I think that's it. Okay, he's calling our bluff. He's going for a heavy flank move. We're going to react to it by shifting into his cavalry away from this, especially since it doesn't seem to want to walk or to move in this direction. Hopefully, if he's smart, this will motivate him to get going and try to pin me up before I can shift the line significantly in this direction. If he brings this around by itself while this bunch stands, we ought to be able to clean that up. Okay, next turn soon. Okay, here we go. And he's decided to move forward with his main line. Cool. All right, well. I think I can still afford to move to the left and leave. He's got a lot of auxilia. It's going to be rough going, but I think we can still afford to continue our move to the left before we turn back to face this mess. Now we got to be careful these group moves. Oh, no group moves. We've closed up too close. These guys are too close. Too close. And archers. Oh, that was devastating. He'll never get over that. That'll never fit. He'll wish he didn't come to play now. Oh. Let's see. This light cavalry just needs to continue. Ooh, some marsh. Nice. They just need to continue floating around out there. come on now, map, work with me. Yeah. If they move to there, can they turn? They can begin to. Right. Not liking that. Yeah, this is what's fun about a regular army. They really are maneuverable compared to the butt heads, the war bands. He's really bringing a pile of auxilia. They're going to outfight me on this flank if I'm not careful. Yes, they are. And they can turn. These guys need to stay. Guys need to march as best they can. These guys need to move in a position there. Auxilia. These guys, I need to get out of their way. And pretty much finish them up. These guys fall into place. Light cav stays where they are. I think I may be done. Yeah. I kind of like it. I need to get positioned for a screeny here, but I won't bore you with that. Whoops. Who cares? Next turn real soon. Okay, let's get in here. Let's see what my friend Sylard has waiting for us. Yeah, okay. I think you're maybe just a little ahead of yourself with that cavalry. But what do I know, huh? What do I know? All right, we need to now light javelin men, slingers. If I charge him, he is likely to evade. That is light spear swordsman. So I need to just kind of stand there and let him. These slingers should be able to go to right there and have their way with that guy. Start harassing with my light cav archers. Yeah, the archers are not going to be in the way where they are, so we'll just start shooting from there. And I don't know, can you guys go all the way to here and turn? No. There. And turn. Here, and turn. there and turn. There and turn. And I've lost track of somebody. Oh, there you are. There you are. My and they cannot quite get there. I probably should have moved him. If I had noticed that, I would have moved him. I really don't want them too far out here, too far away from their supports. So we will go there. I can't make a group move. Sorry, guy, you get left behind. That gets them on open ground. They're off and running. Auxilia, Sagittiorum. I think about that. Maybe I shouldn't have done that because that kind of locks these guys up. That's fine for right now. That's fine. His light cav stayed out there? That's interesting. Oh, he can still move. But they're javelin men. I really don't want my javelin men positioned in such a way that they can get charged. I don't want to be here. If that was rough ground, I'd jump in there with them. Yes, I would, but I don't want to do that right now. So we're going to leave the javelin men alone. The possible exception of a... I don't even think I'm going to turn them. All right, all it comes down to now is what I want to do with the rest of these Legionnaires. Turn. No, not turn. You can turn. You can turn. 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 Everybody's... Okay, that's in rough ground. Turn. I can do that. I have rough ground's got them locked up. Light cavalry watching there. And okay, he can't turn because he's locked up. There just might be. I really don't want to be there. That could precipitate a charge into this guy's flank. Let's watch his flank that way. The archers are there. The cavalry's coming around. He's going to hit this guy if he's crazy. He's going to charge him. He's probably going to get hurt worse than he thinks. I don't know. I could be wrong. But I don't want to come in against these guys in rough ground. No, sir, I don't. How are we doing here? Well, actually, yeah, that's kind of halfway interesting. Moving a Legionnaire out there to watch that flank would be... that move would be kind of interesting. Yes, it would. In fact, but that guy can still move. That's actually looking kind of like fun. Uh, I think we should stand. What else? Charging him would be great, but it'd take me out of this rough ground, which is dangerous. Yep, he's going to get a flank on me if he really wants to. Um, but I can... Yeah, I really need... Maybe I ought to just scooch him out of the way. Well, he can't really go anywhere. Oh, no, 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 no. That's awful. Well, that's not. Yeah, I should have thought this through a little more carefully. Let's get them out of the way. That clears this up for him. And there you go. I don't know why he forgot his light cavalry out there, but I'll take that. Let's call it a turn. And here we go again. All right, his light cavalry is seeing if they can stick to the board edge over there. Oh, look, he did bring some light infantry. He just had them hidden away. Here comes his bad boys. Yeah, I didn't think he would like that. Ooh, I'm surprised they stuck. Yeah, but they're not going to like it because we're standing in that very cool terrain. Yeah, I kind of like that. That worked out okay. That worked out okay. All right, these guys turn. These guys turn. These guys stay where they are. We may or may not need this cavalry over here on the flank. I don't really know. Why are those guys facing that way? I don't know. We need to give them a little bit to think about. Wait a minute. I think my friend has made a mistake with his facing. I think he kind of got messed up there. That's not a good thing. He's a new player. I'm not shocked. That's kind of awkward, but there it is. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, I'm a little bit confused. I'm sitting there staring at this going, why are his guys turned around? This is not his first game. It is effectively his first game in multiplayer, I think. Actually, we started another one that just made no sense for us to continue playing Karai. It's just a bit much for a new guy to bite off. Um, yeah, I got to think about this. This is whoops. See if we can make this work without screwing up the game. Well, as I look at this, it looks to me like, if this is the way it is, then we simply need to press the situation. It's not going to be subtle. It's not going to be, heck, he could conceivably still win anything that happens over here. But it doesn't, I mean, that's just difficult. They held. I'd love to charge those guys in the flank. That means a flank charge against me here. Which I think would be damned awkward. Damned awkward. And since he did not fail in this fight, I think we're just going to stand here and watch these guys come on. They're heading my way. I got too much pressure on me to yeah, I got too much pressure on me to not react. I think we have to turn and let him end up however he ends up that way. I got to be careful here. I want these guys, okay, they can start moving forward. They're caught only because of that. All right, that was nice. I can't argue with that. These guys have got to get out of the way. They must get out of the way. All right, now we got to get serious about here. I kind of like that he stayed facing me that way. If he wants to charge me, that would be to my advantage. Now, do we want to engage these guys? And I think the answer is mediocre, mediocre, mediocre. These guys are not going to flank us anytime soon. This is going to tie them up. I got this auxilia out here. I really don't care about that light cavalry over there. These guys are a long ways off. I think my infantry needs to... As much as I don't want to go there, though. I really don't want to go there. That'll... Well, I'm not sure I care. All right. Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. You just, every time I play the game. Every time I play the game. Come on. Oh, they just got there. Haha. All right, they're going to have to hang on. Really, I'm beginning to think maybe I ought to sling these guys into position here to watch for leakers here and here. Because for whatever reason, with him turned around and all messed up over here, I think these guys have it under control. So, oops. No, that moved my light cavalry. That still points them in that direction if I really feel like going that way. And I've still got my lights over here watching whatever he thinks is a good idea on that flank. All right, how are we doing here? And that's that. All right, well, it's coming together. Back to you, Brother Sylard. Well, okay, here we go. Bringing up the cavalry, the infantry to support. Yeah, that's just not going to be a winning play against those guys in that rough. Yep. Just get your cavalry beat to hell. Well, we're lining up for a fight right here in the center, though, aren't we? It's going to look kind of cool. All right. Let's see. Archer's turn. Shoot. Oh. They can't get there no matter what they do. So, wisdom, it seems to me, is to swarm them. Upset them. And that's the CNC. He's with the average. That is Roman cavalry, right. The good stuff is over here. Send the general somewhere else. Where does he end up? And line up on him with those guys. And forget about him. He's probably can. We could probably deal with him now, huh? 2 to 12. 2 to 12. And raw legionnaires, unmaneuverable, protected, impact foot. Okay. All right. Well, these auxilia can do 8 to 28 from there. These guys can move up to protect that flank. And I think these are bowmen. Those are horse archers and javelin men. Well, I think I'm perfectly happy to wait here for him to commit with that. Okay. More archers. Wonder if they can get there and get a real shot off. Let's study what we're going to do in the center. This auxiliary in the rough ground is fun. Those Legionnaires are bad news right there. They will probably make a mess of these guys even being disordered. And da-da-da-da-da. So we can step out here. Well, that's weird. Or I can go to there and weird. Okay. I can go to here but can't turn and go there, but I can go there in one bound. That is very strange. I'm not sure what to make of that. Well, I did it again. I actually did something while the game was paused, and I was thinking, I turned these guys to shoot these guys, which didn't have any great effect other than killing some folks, but it also, I hope, got them in a zone of control that they care about and will restrict their ability to just run anywhere they want to. Now, we got to go ahead and get serious about this. Just a little bit leery of these guys running up and putting me in a difficult spot by pinning me up in a zone of control. Let's see, that would be a turn. I don't think they can do it. They can do it if I put a guy there. Yep, they got 1, 2, 3, right? Right. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Well, they could just about get there. So we got to be very cautious. We don't want to get pinned up by these guys, but we do want to make them less anxious about just turning and going this way. All right, what to do with this guy? I'm tempted to keep him over here to watch for punch through. He's the sub-general. And what I didn't do, I'm thinking about moving too far away. Yeah, I should have probably thrown the CNC over there. Too late. Let's see. Yeah, I want to keep these guys at, well, we got him too. So his zone of control, his command radius is just not that important. And come on, map, move for me. I am somewhat put off by this whole, I can't go here and turn, but this guy can do that. It's just weird. Or I can come out there and turn, and that's just weird. Don't know what's up with that. Don't know. He can go to there, but he can't go there. And turn. Very strange, very strange. Alright, I think for the most part we have done all we need to do. And to see if we miss anybody shooting. No. We do have a lot of guys left to move, but I am really Other than maybe a charge there would be fun, but that would really commit me. And I don't really think I want that right now. In fact, I'm tempted to fall back a little bit here. I'd like to see him step up and let me get the first serious charge. So we'll fall back there. With impact foot, that's a big deal. And this guy. Ha 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 ha. Still a lot of mobile cavalry over here. He gets turned around. Oops. Yeah, all right. Should be nothing left. No, I'm not coming out of that. Yep, not coming out of that rough ground. All right, looks good. Looks good. Sylard's playing pretty well. I'm not sure I understand what this is about. I think he's trusting far too much in these raw legionnaires. But you never know. Could be. Could be he knows something I don't know. Next turn real quick. Hey, thanks for watching. If you click on that picture of Very Young Waz, you'll be subscribed so you'll never miss another video. Then click on that bell notification button and please share and comment. See you again soon.